Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Here's my radio voice. Welcome to the National Archives. I want to extend a welcome to all of you in the theater, those of you watching online. Now that we're full of pizza, who's ready for some civics? I'm Patrick Madden, the Executive Director of the National Archives Foundation. The foundation is a nonprofit partner to the National Archives. We bring the cool vibe to the National Archives. We help make the National Archives records more accessible to you, and in the spirit of trivia tonight, let's start with a question. Does anybody know how many paper records are in the National Archives? How many paper records are in the National Archives? We'll take round numbers. Billions? I hear 13 billion. It's 13.5 billion paper records. Patents, laws, memos, letters, that's in addition to miles of film, hundreds of thousands of records, and notably, the many tweets that come out of the White House. The National Archives is our nation's record keeper, so we're going to have some fun tonight. I see we've got a boisterous crowd. Some housekeeping: if you're going to play, you need to get your browser out and put in this URL so you can play. Type in slidewith.com/civics. From there, you'll be prompted to enter your name. We recommend using your first initial and last name, just because there are going to be winners at the end. That'll help us keep track. And be sure to stay to the end because we're going to have an exciting announcement. We want to thank Made by Us and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation for joining us. And our next speaker, let me introduce Hillary Crow. She's the Vice President of the Chamber of Commerce Foundation. She spearheads their civics initiatives, and I will highlight it. The most important thing, besides you'll hear more about the Civics Bee, she is the author of tonight's questions. Please welcome Hillary Crow.
That said, don't send me any hate mail if you don't like the questions from the trivia tonight. Hello, I'm Hillary Crow, as Patrick just mentioned, Vice President of Civics at the U.S. Chamber Foundation. So excited to see so many people here for Civics Trivia Night. So thank you for being here. So this event is inspired by the National Civics Bee, which is a nationwide competition that we launched focused on middle school students and really inviting them to showcase their knowledge and their passion and ability to create change in their local communities. In partnership with local and state partners all across the country, the National Civics Bee isn't just a competition, it's a movement. It's about empowering young people to see themselves as problem solvers and change makers and leaders. And it's about helping them understand how government works, why that matters, and how they can shape the future starting right now, that they don't have to wait until they're older or adults. Currently running in 40 states, we plan to expand to all 50 states next year and culminate in a nationally televised competition broadcast on TV, so make sure you tune in. We see 2026, America's 250th birthday, as an opportunity to really elevate civics as a national priority and make sure that we're even stronger for the next 250 years. But civics isn't just for students, it's for all of us. Civic knowledge helps us understand how the systems work that shape our lives, right? From city councils to Congress, from school boards to the Supreme Court. Civic skills help us have effect on the issues that we care about through problem solving, through collaboration and compromise. And civic disposition, thank you, the mindset of respect and responsibility and curiosity really helps us build stronger communities. And that's what we're really aiming for, to reach multiple generations across demographics and all across every community in this nation. So whether you're a student, a parent, a teacher, a business leader, a neighbor, we all have a role to play in our democracy and in making our community stronger. So tonight, as we laugh and learn and probably realize we've forgotten most of the civics stuff we learned in school many years ago, I just want to ask that when you leave tonight, that you take civics with you, that you talk about civics at home, at work, with your children, ask questions, share stories, spark curiosity, support civic education in schools and youth programs like the National Civics Bee. If you know any middle school students, send them to nationalcivicsbee.org. And to get involved locally, attend a town hall, join a board, volunteer for a cause that you care about, because the truth is that democracy is not a spectator sport, and we all have a role to play. So. Let's be the ones who show up, who lead, who listen, and inspire others in our communities, at work, and our own kids to do the same. Thank you.
Thanks, Hillary. And what I heard was the Civics Bee is coming for the spelling bee. That's all I'm saying. Get ready for some on TV. I like it. I like it. Well, let's get started. We have to meet our host tonight, who's a good friend of the National Archives and Archives Foundation. Alex Edgar is a civics and history stud by night, but more impressive, he serves as the youth engagement manager for Made by Us during the day. Good luck, history nerds. Let the games begin. Alex, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you. Well, hello everyone. How are we feeling? Are we excited? Okay, y'all just had free pizza. I know you can do better than that. Are we excited? That is more like it. As Patrick said, my name is Alex Edgar, and I'm the Youth Engagement Manager at Made by Us. And Made by Us is a national coalition of museums and cultural institutions who have all joined forces to increase civic engagement, inspire civic participation, and really connect Gen Z and Gen Alpha with our country's history and its culture. And I'm so thrilled to be here with all of you tonight. And a special shout out to Hillary and the Chambers of Commerce Foundation and the National Archives Foundation, who's one of our biggest partners. Before we dive in to the event, I want to briefly share a little bit more about Made by Us, since you are at one of our programs during Civic Season. Civic Season unites our country's oldest federal holiday, July 4th, with our newest, Juneteenth, mobilizing a movement to understand our past and shape our future. We are in our 5th year of Civic Season and are so grateful to have been able to engage millions of young adults across the country at events just like this one. Shout out to the National Archives Foundation for being such a strong partner in hosting this event, as well as our over 500 partners across the country, helping us reach over 50 million Americans over the past 4 years. I also want to share briefly about an exciting project that Made by Us is leading starting this past year called Youth 250. Check it out at youth250.org. If you all don't already know, the US turns 250 years old on July 4th, 2026. Pretty cool. Maybe some people don't think that's cool. It's fine. Don't take it personally. We are leading Youth 250 to make sure that younger generations, our Gen Z, our Gen Alpha, are not left behind as we're approaching this commemoration. We have a Youth 250 Bureau, and I know at least one member of our Bureau is here tonight, of Gen Z advisors helping organizations connect with our generation. We have a toolkit for museums. We have a national content and narrative strategy, helping make sure that every young person is connected to this commemoration. But enough about Made by Us. Let's get to what y'all came here for. We are so thrilled. Oh yeah, come on, some applause, some applause. We are thrilled to welcome you all today to our special event, our mini National Civics Bee. And you get to step into the shoes of some brilliant middle schoolers who compete in the National Civics Bee every year. And you'll finally get to know the answer to the question, am I smarter than a middle schooler? We'll see. I'm sure some of you might not be. If you're new to the bee, yo, hey, thank you. If you're new to the bee, here's a quick rundown. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation created this nonpartisan competition to challenge middle schoolers to flex their civic muscles. They get to propose real problems to real solutions, starting by submitting essays, and the best advance from local to state and end up at the National Bee of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation headquarters. It's fun, it's inspiring, it's empowering the next generation of civic leaders. The National Civics Bee contestants are incredibly smart, and while I don't know many of you in the room today, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are too. Now, we'd like to give you a taste of what it takes to compete in the championship. Before getting started, I want to remind you all that cell service down here is a little tricky. If you haven't already, make sure to join either A1 Guest or National Archives 1. It will prompt you to agree to the terms and conditions, that you'll be connected to the internet, and as long as you log into the game, you should be good. The next reminder is that this game is technically an individual game. If you decide to join as a team, just know that our top 5 contestants will be joining us on stage. So if you are doing it as a team, you're gonna have to send someone up. You're gonna have to choose. The other thing I'd like to share is when, guys, hey. Everyone, we're almost started. Almost started, thank you. The one other thing I'll say is I will be calling out our top 5 contestants. I hope some of you put your actual names. If not, it's gonna be an honor test. Please do come up if that's your name. So a little bit more of instructions, and this is really important for everyone to know. During round 1 and round 2, every individual will answer 10 questions. These are multiple choice. You will need your phone to answer those multiple choice questions. The question will be on the screen. There will also be the answers on the screen, but you will be answering on your phones. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Some of these are pretty hard. So get ready. As I mentioned, the top 5 contestants with the highest scores after round 2 are gonna come join us on stage up here and are gonna compete in some freeform questions. I also wanna shout out our friends who are joining here on live stream, but we do ask that those of you on live stream do not join on the website itself, as we will have that in-person component, of course. But we do encourage all of you on the live stream to play along at home. Without further ado, I'm going to share a couple very specific directions that everyone's going to get the same 10 questions. And once I finish, there it is. Once I finish reading each question, you're all going to have 30 seconds to lock in your answer. So some of them you're going to have to do a little reading, so focus in. Each correct answer receives 1 point, and incorrect answers, or answers not submitted in time, get 0 points. Since you won't lose points for incorrect responses, we encourage you to take your best guess, give it a shot, even if you don't know the answer. Once you have picked an answer, though, it is final. You won't be able to change. And if there is a tie, we'll deal with that later. And if you are experiencing any technical difficulties during the game, please raise your hand, and someone from the archives team will come over and help you out. Get ready to dive in to some multiple choice questions about pivotal moments in American history, from landmark Supreme Court cases to the core principles of our founding documents. So, officially, are y'all ready? Beautiful. Well, without further ado, let's let the games begin. Our first question: which Supreme Court case ruled that individuals have a constitutional right to legal representation even if they cannot afford an attorney? Let's go. the answer is, drumroll, Gideon B. Wainwright. Okay, shout out to all of you who got that one right. Question number 2. Which of the following founding principles sits at the heart of the preamble of the Declaration of Independence? Let's go. And the answer is natural rights. Okay. So far these seem to be pretty easy. I'm hearing lots of cheering. Get ready. Next question. The Federalists opposed adding a Bill of Rights to the Constitution. Which of the following was not a reason they opposed it? And the answer is the United States government would only be run by virtuous citizens, and therefore a Bill of Rights was not necessary. The next question. There is no class that in America that exhibits in her social state an extraordinary phenomenon. Men are there seen on a greater equality in point of fortune and intellect, or in other words, more equal in their strength than in any other country of the world, or in any age of which history has preserved the remembrance. That's a lot. What famous early 19th century book did this tract come from? And the answer is Democracy in America by Alexis de Tocqueville. Question number 5. Which of the following is most clearly outside of Congress's power as delegated by the Constitution? And the answer is regulating commerce that stays within a single state. Okay, next question. In the federal government, if the federal government prosecutes a company for using unfair methods of keeping competitors out of the market, which of the following laws would it be enforcing? And the answer is the Sherman Antitrust Act. Okay. Next question. Number 7. How did the Constitution address a significant weakness of the Articles of Confederation? And the answer is it established an executive to enforce federal laws. Okay, question number 8. Which of the following laws best demonstrates the legislative branch checking the executive branch within our system of government? And the answer is the War Powers Resolution. Question number 9. Which of the following demonstrates the 12th Amendment at work in a presidential election? And the answer is no candidate won a majority of the electoral votes, so the House of Representatives selected the president in the election of 1824. Our final question for this round, number 10, which scenario best illustrates James Madison's argument in Federalist number 10 for the importance of a large republic? And the answer is a group of citizens are attempting to violate the rights of another group, but they are a small group and therefore cannot become a majority, preventing them from oppressing others. And that wraps up our first round. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Cheer if you see your name on there. Awesome. Okie dokie, so those are our top winners for the first round, but remember, we have our second round coming up right now. Let's go to round 2, and this time, each question, 2 points each. Let's get to the first question. Question number 1. Since 1983, the Senate Committee on Indian Affairs, which was created to study the unique problems of American Indians, Native Hawaiians, and Alaskan Natives, and to propose legislation to alleviate these difficulties, is an example of what? And the answer is a special committee. Okay, question number 2. Federalist number 62 argues in favor of equal representation of large and small states in the Senate. How does Publius argue this arrangement will support federal structure of the Constitution? And the answer is, it makes sure that the interests of all states have an equal voice regardless of size. I hear a lot less cheering on this one, so I take it a lot of y'all got that wrong. Question number 3. In the Supreme Court case, Texas v. Johnson, the majority ruled that flag burning is protected symbolic speech. What was a key argument presented in the dissenting opinions? And the answer is, the dissent argued that the flag represents the values and sacrifices of the nation, and actions like burning it undermine national unity and respect for democracy. Question number 4. In Common Sense, Thomas Paine argued for American independence from Britain. What was his key argument in favor of the colonies breaking away from British rule? And the answer is, he believed that having a king was absurd and useless, and that the colonies could govern themselves without one. Next question. How does serving in a jury fulfill a citizen's responsibility and contribute to the justice system in the United States? And the answer is, it ensures that legal decisions are made by a group of peers, which helps protect individual rights and upholds the principles of fairness in trials. Question number 6. What was the primary goal of President Lyndon Johnson's proclamation 11246, and how did it aim to influence opportunities in the workplace? And the answer is to promote equal employment opportunities by requiring federal contractors to use non-discriminatory hiring practices for those they employ. Question number 7. What is the primary function of the necessary and proper clause, also known as the elastic clause, in the U.S. Constitution? And the answer is, it allows Congress to make laws required to carry out its enumerated powers. Question number 8. These are our last 3 questions, everyone. So lock in. How did the Northwest Ordinance and Missouri Compromise compare on slavery? And the answer is both made slavery illegal in certain areas of the nation. Question 9. According to Article 1, Section 3 of the Constitution, the Senate is tasked with selecting and the answer is a president pro tempore. Our final question, which of the following is not a delegated power of Congress? And the answer is negotiating and making treaties. Now, a drum roll, please, for our top 5. Oh. Okay, in 5th place, Ben Fabian. Please come to the stage. Want to come take a sit right here? Congrats, sir. In, no. 4th place, William B. something. Who is William B? Up there? Who? Woo! And in 3rd place, T. Bukwa something. Is T. Bukwa something here? Raise your hand. T. Bukwa something? Congrats, sir. Thank you. I'll just come take a seat right here. We're gonna move on to the next one. Corbin. Woo! Come take a seat. And our current 1st place winner, Orca. Is Orca here? Let's go, Orca. Final call for T. Bukwal something. I'm going to take that as a no, so I think we're just going to play with our top 4 contestants. Okie dokie. Well. What? This is what we're playing with. Thank you so much, though. Okie dokie. Well, to start off, we're first going to have each of you choose a buzzer. No. Oh. Perfect. And now we are going to go down. Oops. Let's see. We're going to go down the row and have you each introduce your name and where you're joining us from. I'll start off.
Hello, my name is not Orca. My name is Elias. I'm
Let's go,
from
Elias.
DC, live on Capitol Hill.
Woo!
Hi there. So my name is Corbin, and I was born and raised in DC.
Woo!
My name is Bill, and I'm also from DC.
Woo!
My name is Ben Fabian, and I am from Richmond, Virginia.
Woo! Thank you all so much. Before we get started with this final round, I'm gonna briefly explain the rules of the final challenge. In this round, you are literally and figuratively in the hot seat, and all scores reset to 0. So you're all on the same page, no rankings yet. Also this time, there are no multiple choice questions. You're gonna actually have to know the answer to get the question right. You will be racing against the clock and buzz in to answer. Oh. Not yet. We'll see that soon. And you'll have to buzz in questions to answer it. It's all about quick thinking and even quicker reflexes, so be ready to act fast. All 4 of you will receive a prize, but the person who gets the most points will receive a big grand prize. Be sure, all 4 of you, to stop off at the National Archives store as you leave to claim your prizes. For each question, I'm going to read it aloud, and you must wait for me to finish reading the question before buzzing. And as soon as I'm done, you have the opportunity to press your buzzer. You'll have 10 seconds to hit the buzzer, and if no one hits this question after 10 seconds, we will move on. And if you do answer the question, you have 10 seconds to answer, and then we'll move on, and so forth. Correct answers will be worth 2 points. Wrong answers, you will lose 1 point. And if no one answers the question correctly, we will just move on. So, contestants, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Okie dokie. Well, then we're going to go to question number 1. So this is philosophy and forms of government. Which Enlightenment philosophers' ideas about separation of powers in government influenced the founders as they developed the Constitution? I think I heard blue first.
Locke.
That answer is incorrect. Buzz.
I'll guess Montesquieu.
That answer is correct. So Bill has 1 point. Right, Bill? Perfect. Okay, question number 2. The American Experience. Which 1689 British document laid the foundation of this? You cannot hit the button until I'm done speaking. So you won't be able to answer this one. Laid the foundation of the 1791 Bill of Rights. Okay.
The English Bill of Rights.
And the answer is correct. So Bill and Ben both have 1 point. Oh, 2 points. Correct. Yes. 2. Perfect. You both have 2.
No, because I got 1 wrong, so it's -1.
And this is why we have them on stage. Okay, question number 3. The American government structure and design, which original executive department, now called the Defense Department, most commonly assists the president in their capacity as commander-in-chief? Okay, Red?
Was the Department of War?
And that is correct. So Corbin has 2, Bill has 2, and Ben has 1. Elias, you're gonna get this next one. I believe in you. So, question number 4: which Supreme Court case established the principle of judicial review? Oh, audience, who do we think got it?
Marbury versus Madison.
And that is correct! Okay, so now we have 3, 2, 2, 0. And this is our final question. So lock in. What phrase from the preamble of the Constitution demonstrates that the government is rooted in popular and a community of individuals joining together for their common welfare? Blue. Okay, wait. If it's blue, cheer. If it's red, cheer. Was it orange? No. Okay, it seems like red. Red was the cheer.
What is we the people?
And that is correct. Thank you. So, with that, it seems our score is 3, 2, 4. So, I would like to congratulate Corbin, our winner tonight. Awesome. Well, thank you to Elias, Corbin, Bill, and Ben for coming on stage with us tonight. And congratulations to all 4 of you. You'll all be getting a prize at the National Archives gift store. I can take that. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Too much for a living.
You did a good job there. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Head down.
All right, so thank you everybody for coming tonight. Congratulations. We've got one exciting announcement still left for those of you who have not already departed. For those of you at home.
Thank you.
Again, before it does
so
more
loud.
knowledge.
It was, like,
more
so
knowledge.
hard
Thank
to,
you to the
like,
Chamber of Commerce Foundation, made by us and Alex. How about a hand for doing that? Tonight, as you will see on screen momentarily, the National Archives Foundation has an exciting new game that we're launching called America's 100 Documents. 100docs.vote. You can go online. We ask you to vote on the most significant documents in the National Archives. And when that is done for 6 months, you're going to be able to vote on the 100 documents. We're going to have a Sweet 16 at the beginning of 2026, where you'll be able to participate in your own bracket. This is a game for everyone. You don't need as much knowledge as you need tonight. You'll learn a lot. You'll have a lot of fun. And we hope you'll go online now, check it out when you get home, share with friends, get the word out. Tonight is the official announcement, and we really want you to help us get the word out. So thanks for being here tonight. Have a great time. The gift shop is open. It's voted the best gift shop in Washington by me. See you next time. Have a great evening.